Hello. So, unpopular opinion. Listen to me or not, I don't care. So, I'm not an astrologist. And so, I actually did a video before the video I posted yesterday about somebody being in my business. Whatever. It's fine. It's cool. Not tripping. My life is interesting to me. So, for others to find it interesting enough to want to ask people about my life, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. So what? But anyways, um, I did a longer video before that, and had actually quite a lot of interesting things to talk about. One of them being that real pretty moon that I saw 2 days ago. And I don't even know if it was out last night. I didn't even go outside last night to look. Normally, I don't walk out that late, anyways. But so what stopped me in my tracks from posting it is because I was watching something and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a blood moon. Don't manifest. Don't do anything. Don't breathe. Don't drink water. Go sit in the dark and pray." And I'm over exaggerating, but it's retrograde and chaos and I was listening to it and I was holding my breath and clutching my pearls and I'm just like, "Oh my God, what have I done?" And it's already bad enough that people speak doom and gloom for retrogrades, and I get it, respect to them. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but respect to those that are true astrologers or astrologists, whatever. And they do their part. They do their part to just to educate us. But my name is Keisha and my middle name is Stubborn. I do things my way. And for what their norm is not my norm. I don't make people's norm my norm. My norm in my life, my reality, what I like to say, my reality is my reality. And my reality is I absolutely adore the moon, whether it's blue, whether it's pink, or whether it's blood red. I love the moon. And whatever I choose to do during any moon phase, that's for me. And call me ignorant, call me whatever you want. But that's how you view me, that's how you view me. But what I do, how I do, is for me, it's in my reality. If it works out, then okay. If it don't, then it's a lesson. Either way it goes, it's a lesson for me. I've known that I've had my own personal interactions with what I've done under a moon, and I've seen the results of those actions. And so, you know, it is what it is. And I still kind of wondering if I want to post it or not. I don't know, maybe we'll see. I did, post a video of, me seeing the moon at the dog park. Um, but, you know, and let me say this because I don't want to be out here being ignorant. Do your own research. It was a blood moon during a retrograde. And, I mean, it'll tell you, basically what, the astrologer was, warning about. But I'm me. I'm Keisha. For people who see crows and ravens, oh my God, it's a sign of the devil. And I'm out here like, oh my God, look at this raven. Come closer. I've always had an infatuation with the darker things they viewed of the darker things of life. And I used to wonder, why am I like this? I just quit wondering, and I just, after so long, and just started embracing that, you know, I like the things that's not the norm. I'm the opposite. When I was a child, for whatever reason, I had an infatuation with snakes. Don't know why. I wouldn't fuck with them now, but you asked me, you put a sorting hat on me, they're gonna tell you I belong to Slytherin, and that's totally fine. I got my shit. So it comes back to me later. It came back to me later in life in a different way. Um, Me, even though storms scare the shit out of me, I have, I don't guess I have a love for them, but when it's storming, I be hyping up the thunder. I mean, who hypes up thunder? But nowadays, thunder, it's not thunder. It's, to me, it's stuff going off in the sky. But that's just my crazy way of thinking because, in my 41 years of being on this earth, I think I know what thunder sounds like. And I think I know when it's not thunder. So, um, well, don't listen to me though. Don't listen to me at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. What else? What else? Sometimes I like to refer to myself as the Grim Reaper. That's something y'all don't know. I might have mentioned it. I don't know. I like to, yeah, in my mind, just depending on the day or what's going on. And my mind is not a dark place. Again, like these types of things where people be like, that's devilish. Why is it? Is it because you were trained to think that way? Why don't you take it and flip it and maybe see the beauty in what is deemed dark, scary, demonic? You know, try that. What else? What else? I don't know. I can't think of anything else. But so I'm saying all to say, yes, definitely be educated. Definitely do your research. But if you're anything like me, you're gonna see for you. You're gonna just see it for yourself. And I believe, to me, that's what makes me the exception. Do I always have this exception? No. But in my reality, the rules don't apply 100% of the time, and it just depends on the day, the timing, and for me to know whether or not, okay, yeah, this is actually you actually get an exception, or no, you ain't no different than anybody else. If it's a freaking rainbow moon on a Friday the 13th and we are in triple double bypass retrograde, then shit, you better sit your ass down somewhere. um, but okay, I think this is it. I need to. Well, I don't need to, but I'm sorry. I'm having a thought out loud. I'll catch y'all in the next one.